My name is Valerie and my husband served in Operation Iraqi Freedom from 2007 to 2008. And while he was on his deployment, he was in the gunner position and his Humvee was hit with an IED. The IED went off. Everyone survived the attack, but he was diagnosed with a mild TBI and consequently afterwards was diagnosed with PTSD. We were married in 2010 and we had our child in 2011. And when we had our son, I decided I was going to become a stay-at-home mom and everything like that. And spending more time at home, I guess, made me more aware of the symptoms that were going on, the anger and the seclusion, if you will, of just staying away. I looked over at the dresser one day and I can't even tell you how many bottles of medication were on his dresser. And every night it's taking all these pills. And I said, okay, why don't they send you to physical therapy for your pain? Well, it's the VA. I don't take that answer. That's not acceptable to me. To be able to go to the mailbox and get the next month's supply, and it just comes. There's no visits. There's 1, 2 a year. They don't see what the effects are of that medication, and this really lit that fire in me. The more I said to myself, I'm going to do something about this. And for me, physical therapy, going into the physical therapy program, I realized that that was my way of ending that cycle. And not just for my husband, not just fixing home problems, but being able to go out and work with our veterans and ending that cycle of medication. It was my English 101 course, and I had to write about something that was important to me and that I saw a problem with. And at that point in time, the veteran suicide rate was 18 a day. And I just thought that number was absolutely appalling. Like, how is this true? And from there became a lot of research and a lot of turning it in. And for me, that actually turned into a personal downward spiral for myself. I was seeing symptoms of all these veterans that are having problems with suicides and depression and substance abuse and anger and domestic violence, all that. I was seeing those symptoms in my own home. And I just remember a click in my brain, if you will, saying, no, not my house. This year alone, I would say, we're up to 22 veterans a day, plus 1 active duty, that are committing suicide. My tattoo is a representation of a tribute for my husband. That's who I got it for primarily. It also is it shows my support of our military and our troops that are out there that are still deployed. My husband's dog tags were actually etched. They're actual size of his dog tags. The second tag has what everybody knows as the Punisher symbol. In Iraq, my husband was part of the 56 MP company from Mesa, Arizona, but he was first platoon Punishers. And so the Punisher symbol is a nod, if you will, to the 56 for getting my husband home. I have a yellow ribbon, which is support for our troops, because our troops haven't come home. They're not all home. They probably will never be all home. I have 5 stars at the top that represent all 5 of the branches. Around the dog tags and flower are the olive branches that represent peace. And for myself, I see that as peace for all of our troops, veterans, anybody who's battling themselves. The flower is the flower that we used during my wedding. So all of that is backdrop with the American flag. And what that means to me is that if there's ever a veteran that cannot go on for whatever reason, I will wear that flag. I will pick that up and fight the battle for them. And the advocacy will continue long after this is all over. We are going to fix this system. There's going to be an advocacy that this pain medication This constant supply in the mail needs to stop, and we need to find the more appropriate response to taking care of pain. And for me, that is physical therapy. That is what my education is in, and that's what I'm going to do with this.